Today we're going to be covering one of the most important tools for any Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pro player out there. We have a comprehensive map of the entire Grand Underground. Hello everybody, Blaine here for Bridge4 Games. Welcome back. So today we are covering a really awesome tool that has been finally made that is a comprehensive and interactive map of the entire Grand Underground. Now, this is pretty much going to be a continuation of my video I had before about how to get anywhere you want to go in the Grand Underground, but this map that we have now from the people over at Gamer Guides is incredible. So it's interactive, you can toggle different things on and off, but it shows you where all the items are, where all the TMs are, where all the traders are, all the NPCs, everything you could ever want to know is going to be in there. The only thing that's obviously not in there is anything where you have to like dig it out of the walls. So it's not a list of how to get every statue in 5 minutes or anything. Unfortunately, that doesn't exist as of yet, but everything else that you could possibly want to find is on there. So we're going to be covering all of this today. I will have a link for the website with how to access this map down in the description below. And go ahead and give this a try because it is going to be such a huge help if you want to get the most out of the Grand Underground. So we are going to go ahead and dive right in. But before we do, I just want to take a second to ask that if you like the videos we have here on the channel, please make sure that you actually like them by hitting the thumbs up button. And of course, consider subscribing to the channel to become part of our amazing Pokemon community, also ensuring that you never miss any of the awesome videos like this one. All right, that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the map. All right, everybody, so here it is, the map of the Grand Underground that you are going to want to get very familiar with because this tool is just incredible. So, as we can see, it's a pretty straightforward kind of map of the Grand Underground. We've seen a lot of this before. Like, we have our, 6 areas, the big middle one, the tiny middle one, upper left, upper right, all that good stuff. So, as we see right now, there's not all that much that's really impressive on here at the moment, but that is going to change really quickly. So, if we look at the menu over here, we have so many options here for what we're able to do. Now, over here on Points of Interest, I'm going to click on that one first because I think this is the most interesting. So, under Points of Interest, we have Entrance and Exit, Large Sphere Trader, Small Sphere Trader, Expand Base NPC, and the Medic. So, if we turn on the entrances and exits, you will see all the areas where you can drop down into the specific areas of the Grand Underground. So, up here, if we click on this one, we're going to have to zoom in just to... Oh, wrong way. All right, we zoom in just a tad. We can see this is where you get in from Snow Point City. This is where you get in from the north point of Snow Point City. And down here is Route 217. So, the options here are really limitless with what this can actually show you. And over here, this is how you get in from Celestic Town. There's really only one entrance for the middle part there. But it shows you the exact sort of pathways that you will find yourself in when you do drop down from the overworld into the Grand Underground. Now, this is just the entries and exits. We've barely scratched the surface here, so we're going to turn that one off. Obviously, you guys know what that is. You know why it's helpful, but we've kind of covered pretty much all that in a previous video, which I'm going to actually link ahead now. And, obviously, this is certainly an addendum to that because it'll help you find the specific kind of corridors. But again, there's so much more we got to cover here. So let's click that off. If you guys want to do some trading, look at this. LS means Large Sphere Trader, and SS means Small Sphere Trader. So if you want to trade things, you don't have to just run around the underground trying to find them. Now you can find them right here. I mean, look at how many options there are in the middle chunk here. It's just incredible. And then each one of the small ones seems to have one or two. It actually looks like the bottom right-hand one doesn't actually have any Small Sphere Traders, which is really interesting. But, the one here in the bottom left has one of each. And if we go to the top here, we see this one also is pretty much only Large Sphere, and then the top right is one of each. So very cool, very interesting to see this, because now we can see exactly where we can get all those very important things that we need to, have in the Grand Underground and to get all those really cool items. Now, let's say that we needed to expand our bases. Well, we click on the Expand Base NPC, and as you can see, anything where it's flagged with an EB will let you go ahead and grow the size of your base. Now, it's really interesting, again, we actually don't see that many of them in the middle area, which is kind of interesting to me. So it really seems like in order to really take full advantage of what you have to offer in the Grand Underground, you really have to go to the different areas and kind of, poke around a little bit. But we do see that I think every area here, except the two middle ones, has the expanding base NPCs. And given that there are so few of them, it's very important to know where these are. And we're going to go ahead and just show you too where the medics are. These are any of the ones where if you can't get your Pokemon Center or your Mons might be a little bit beat up from the Hideaways, go here, you'll get your Mons healed up, no problem. And obviously, you can find them really easily just by using a combination of, the entrance exits and, obviously using this map. And you're pretty much all set. So I'm going to turn all the points of interest off. Now we have the Hideaways here. Now the real feature that I really like about this when you turn them on, it's going to label kind of what all of them are. So here we see Spacious Cave, Grassland Cave, Riverbank Cave, etc., along with kind of the names of the large ones as well. But what I really find amazing here, so if you click on one, I'm going to click on this one here, the Riverbank Cave. It pulls up this kind of little, thing here. And if we type in or, click on Wild Pokemon List, we actually going to get taken to this page here. Now, the reason this page is really interesting, this will actually show you all of the Pokemon that are available in this area, along with what exclusives are what, and, what the rare spawns are. And it'll tell you specifically what area or what, requirements are for finding each of these Pokemon. So as you can see, in that particular area I clicked on, Barboach, Bibarel, Hoothoot, Skunkhank, and Stunky are available after you get Strength. And then Defog, Munchlax, Perugly, and Wingull. Munchlax, remember where that is? Everybody wants one. After getting the Icicle Badge, you can get Gibble, Glameow, Pelipper, Tentacool, Tentacruel. So there is just a ton of stuff to get down there. After getting Waterfall, you can get Gabite. So a lot of really cool stuff to be found down there. And, honestly, it's just really neat to kind of see the level of everything that they have gone into to really provide this information to us. All right, and continuing on here, if we look at the other, hideaway areas too, we're just going to do another one real quick just to kind of show you guys. So Dazzling Cave, if we click on that one here, as we can see, it will pop up a little bit of info here, again, kind of similar to what we had before. But as we see, we click on the Wild Pokemon List. Whoa, okay, there we go. I don't know what that was. I think my internet had a little hiccup there. But as you can see, it'll cover kind of information about the area, and it kind of gives you a description of what they have in there. And then again, we see all these wild Pokemon that are available in there. So this is really an incredible tool that's available to us. And, really just, it's unprecedented the amount of information that's here, especially in an area as large as the Grand Underground. All right, so now you guys have seen kind of that, feature of this. I think you guys have a pretty good grasp on that. Also, you can toggle on miscellaneous items. Now, the reason I really like this, it shows where things like rare candies are. It also shows, things like big mushrooms and little mushrooms. But there are also in here other really key items, like you can find leftovers, you can find, a lucky egg, twisted spoon. Let's see, shiny stone. I went and got that because I needed to get my Roserade. We can also see like a Dawnstone. So there is a lot of really important items to be found down here. We can even see things like PP Max and, PP Ups. So being able to find all this stuff is really very, very useful because, there's just so many rooms and the underground is so large that if you didn't have a map like this, you'll never find everything you need to find. And also, while we're talking about kind of random items too, there is an option here to go on to TMs. So we can get things like Focus Punch, Calm Mind, Toxic. I mean, all these really good moves that you want your mons to have. This map will show you where they are. So in the Crystal one here, we have Attract. If we look over into the Stargleam Cavern, in there is Dragon Pulse. So obviously some very good moves to have. And, last but not least, I really shouldn't say last but not least, there's so much here, but we have our named NPCs. So Tom is probably going to kill me for not showing him this sooner because I just found this. But this is a map of how to find all the individually named NPCs for your Spiritomb quest. Now, this is probably, I would argue, one of the biggest features on this thing because, finding all these NPCs was an absolute grind for Tom, and I was getting the most angry texts every day about him not being able to find all the NPCs. But as you can see, all of the listed NPCs are here. So we have, Eileen, Shane, they are all here, and this is how you can encounter, the required 31 of them, I believe, very quickly and get your Spiritomb. So this is pretty amazing. It's really awesome that you can find these no problem. And, obviously this will make getting that mon quite a bit easier. So there you have it. That is pretty much all the features that we have here. But again, there is just so much to unpack and go through that this tool is really invaluable if you really want to go and explore the Grand Underground and get a lot of stuff out of it. So make sure you head over to this website and check it out. All right, everybody, so there you have it. I really just wanted to make a quick video showing you that website and kind of how it works because that map really had me just kind of with my jaw hanging open when I saw it because there is so much contained within there that it is a truly amazing tool if you want to go exploring in the Grand Underground. So again, I'm going to have the link for that down in the description below. Please go check it out and give a big shout out to Gamer Guides because they are the ones who were able to put this map together. And the amount of work and research it must have taken to get everything is just mind-boggling, and I cannot be grateful enough for all the work they put into it. So that being said, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you found it interesting, and most of all, I hope you're able to use it to really get everything you want to get out of the Grand Underground and get all the Pokemon you want to get and have the most amount of fun playing Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. If you did like the video, please make sure that you absolutely impact that like button, and again, consider subscribing to the channel to become part of our amazing Pokemon community. It really helps us out a ton, and you get to make sure that you never miss any of the awesome videos like this one. Remember, everybody, the best Pokemon games are the ones that you love to play, and the proper way to play them is however you have the most fun. I hope each and every one of you have an awesome, epic, and amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. See you around. Bye-bye.